Do you believe that 1400 years ago, the Chinese predicted Trump's assassination in a prophecy book? Isn't that incredible? Let's dive into this mystical prophecy book together and see how ancient Chinese seers foresaw America's future over 1,000 years ago. Approximately 1400 years ago, shortly after the Tang dynasty was established in China, a brilliant prophet named Li Chunfeng and his equally talented friend, Yuan Tiangang, were foretelling the future in the courtyard of the capital by the light of bright candles. Sometimes they would bow their heads in deep thought, other times they would converse with each other, and then repeatedly record the inspirations that came to their minds. Their wise eyes seemed to see through the mist of time to glimpse the future. When Li Chunfeng was recording the 60th prophecy, Yuan Tiangang pushed his back and said, "Stop, we have already revealed too much of the future." So Li Chunfeng stopped recording. The two friends compiled these 60 prophecies into a book called the Prophecy of the Pushback Pictures. This magical prophecy book explains events from the Tang dynasty of China to the distant future. Like Nostradamus' prophecies, this prophecy book also uses many cryptic metaphors to describe future events. Each prophecy follows a fixed format, including a title, a prophecy image, and a prophecy poem. These prophecies are usually difficult to interpret before the events they predict occur, but once the events happen, people often find the corresponding prophecies in the book and marvel at their accuracy. For example, in the second prophecy, the prophecy image is a pile of 21 fruits, one of which has no stem. No one understood why until a female emperor appeared during the Tang dynasty. Everyone then realized that the stemless fruit represented this female emperor. Before this, there had never been a female emperor in China, and no one could have imagined it. The Tang dynasty had 21 emperors, matching the number of fruits in the image. After the Tang dynasty ended, people began to pay more attention to this prophecy book. Most of the prophecies in this book are about the future of China, but due to America's significant influence, there are also two prophecies related to the United States. The first is the 42nd prophecy, whose poem says, "A beautiful person comes from the west. The government becomes increasingly stable. A longbow lies on the ground. It looks dangerous, but is actually not." The prophecy image is of a beautiful woman standing. In Chinese, America is called the beautiful country, and American and beautiful person are the same characters. According to Chinese interpretation, this prophecy describes President Nixon's visit to China in 1972. This beautiful person, meaning American, refers to this event. Since Nixon's visit, the Chinese government gradually opened up and moved away from previous chaos. Both the prophecy images and poems are usually tricky and do not convey information directly. Using beautiful person to refer to an American is a typical example. Let's look at the second, even more astonishing prophecy. It's the 46th prophecy in the book. The prophecy poem says, "Dark clouds cover the sky, killing without a knife. The survival of 10,000 people hinges on the life and death of one." The phrase "dark clouds cover the sky" undoubtedly refers to a significant conspiracy brewing. Then the ancient authors saw someone shooting others with a gun, a weapon they couldn't comprehend, so they wrote, "killing without a knife." The line, "The survival of 10,000 people hinges on the life and death of one," implies that there is a key figure whose life and death will impact countless Chinese people. So who is this crucial person? You might think it could be anyone, but the answer is in the prophecy image, and it points to an American. Look closely. There's an old man dancing in the picture. Does he seem familiar? If you can't recall who it is, don't worry. Take a look at this image instead. Are you shocked? When I saw the news of Trump being shot, my mind immediately went to this ancient, long, unexplained prophecy. As I turned to that page, the image of the dancing old man hit me like a bolt of lightning in a pitch-black night. In that moment, I understood the truth behind this prophecy that had remained silent for over 1,000 years. It accurately described someone using a gun to shoot a dancing old man. And if this old man were to become the president of the United States, he would have a profound impact on the Chinese people. Are you as amazed by the accuracy of this prophecy as I am? I, for one, am truly shocked. I find it hard to imagine how authors from over 1,000 years ago could have seen this scene. Did they really have supernatural abilities? I think they might, because in the 56th prophecy, the authors described future weapons and wars. They wrote in the prophecy poem, "Flying things are not birds, diving things are not fish. Those who fight are not soldiers. Everything seems like a game. Flying things are not birds, diving things are not fish. Aren't these modern warplanes and submarines? Those who fight are not soldiers. Everything seems like a game." This likely refers to the authors seeing people in war killing enemies remotely with the push of a button, making war seem like a game. This is an amazing prophecy. Hard to believe it was written by an ancient person 1,400 years ago. Then the authors adds, "The vast expanse of the sea is covered with clouds and mist, stretching from the highest skies to the deepest ocean floors. Due to the extremely sophisticated man-made objects of metal and wood, wars can break out on a large scale without armies needing to make contact." In Chinese, clouds and mist often refer to war. The authors might have foreseen a large-scale naval battle in the future, where both the endless sea surface and the deep ocean become battlegrounds. This future war is entirely different from ancient times, when the armies of two countries had to make contact and fight with cold weapons. Instead, it has become a confrontation of various sophisticated weapons. As a modern person, it's hard for me to imagine what wars will be like over 1,000 years from now. We have to admire these prophets. They must have seen the future with their own eyes to record these incredible forms of warfare. Interestingly, the 59th prophecy, the second to last one, is not about the United States, but it shows the future of the whole world. Its prophecy poem says, "There are no cities or prefectures, no you or me. The world becomes one family. Governance of the world approaches perfection." In Chinese, "no you or me" means everyone is very close, united as one, making it hard to distinguish between individuals. This line clearly means that in the distant future, there will be no more prefectures or cities, and certainly no more countries. All of humanity will be so close that there is no exploitation or oppression. Then the authors adds, "A man works for the welfare of the world, holding a bamboo tube, but removing the bamboo. The differences between red, yellow, black, and white are no longer obvious, and harmony prevails in all directions." A man works for the welfare of the world, holding a bamboo tube, but removing the bamboo is a Chinese word puzzle. The answer is universal harmony. The differences between red, yellow, black, and white are no longer obvious. This clearly means people of different races living harmoniously in society. Harmony prevails in all directions. This is a vivid description of a world of universal harmony. The authors saw through the mist of time many things he didn't understand about the future. After various conflicts, the concept of nations was abandoned by all humanity, and people of different races lived in harmony. There was no more oppression, and human civilization reached unprecedented heights. We live in a world full of unknowns and possibilities. Prophecies, as a bridge through time, seem to offer us a glimpse of the future. their existence brings us hope and warnings. The prophecy of the pushback pictures is not only a crystallization of ancient prophetic wisdom, but also a profound insight into the future. As the final prophecy depicts, perhaps one day humanity can truly transcend the boundaries of nations and races to achieve a world of great harmony. The arrival of that day requires the effort and dedication of each of us. Let's strive towards this goal, moving forward together and welcome a future full of hope and light. If you like this story, please subscribe and share my channel. I will bring you more fascinating stories.